When the giant dog quietly approached the hospital bed, no one expected much more than a gentle visit. But the straps on his back told a different story. Bella Burton was no stranger to hospitals. For most of her life, white walls and beeping machines had been as familiar as her own bedroom. She lived in Woburn, Massachusetts, surrounded by a loving family, but her body often refused to cooperate with the life she wanted to live. When Bella was just 2 years old, her parents began to notice something wasn't right. She wasn't growing the way other children did. Doctor visits became frequent, questions piled up, and answers were slow to come. Eventually, genetic testing revealed the truth. Bella had Morquio syndrome. It was a rare and progressive genetic disorder, one that affected bone growth, mobility, and strength. As the years passed, simple movements became painful. By the time Bella turned 11, she relied on crutches or a wheelchair just to get around, and it broke her heart. "I don't want this anymore," she once admitted quietly. 9 major surgeries followed: feet, hips, bones that never quite worked the way they should. Her parents worried not just about her health, but about her spirit. Bella was losing independence, and with it, confidence. Her mother, Rachel, wanted more for her daughter. Not just treatment, not just survival, but a life where Bella could move freely again, even if only a little. That's when something unexpected entered their lives. Rachel and Bella began volunteering at the Service Dog Project in Ipswich, Massachusetts, an organization that trained Great Danes to assist people with mobility and balance limitations. These dogs weren't pets. They were partners. Steady, strong, patient. It was there that Bella met George. George was enormous, even by Great Dane standards. Calm, observant, gentle in a way that felt intentional. The first time they met, Bella climbed beside him and began talking softly. Before anyone realized what was happening, George lowered his head into her lap and looked up at her as if she mattered more than anything else in the room. Bella felt it instantly. "I needed him," she would later say. "And he needed me." At first, George visited on weekends, short stays, trial moments, but something changed every time he left. Bella missed him, and when he was there, she stood taller, moved more, smiled more. In January 2015, George came home for good. And that's when Bella's world began to shift. With George by her side, Bella was no longer alone, not at home, not at school, and not during hospital visits. The straps on George's back weren't decoration, they were purpose. When Bella needed balance, he stood firm. When she felt unsteady, he became her anchor. Slowly, something remarkable happened. Bella began walking again. The first steps were cautious, almost disbelieving. Her hands rested on George's harness as she moved forward, feeling muscles work that had been dormant for too long. "The first time I walked with George," she said later, "it felt like getting something back that I thought I'd lost forever." Then came another milestone. Bella learned how to ride a bike. For a child who had spent so much time recovering from surgeries, it felt unreal. Her laughter filled the air as George watched closely from the side, calm and proud, as if he understood exactly what this moment meant. No one felt the change more deeply than her mother. One afternoon, Rachel stood in the garden and watched Bella actually run across the yard. It stopped her in her track. "I don't remember the last time I saw my child do that," she said later. Seeing her move so freely was everything. Bella's progress didn't go unnoticed. To celebrate George's impact, the family was contacted by a dog-centered media group that wanted to give him a best day ever. What followed felt like a dream. George stayed at a luxury hotel in Boston, enjoyed a feast at a famous restaurant, played in the snow with Bella, and finished the day with treats from a dog bakery. But the most meaningful gift came quietly. A note revealed that a donation had been made in Bella's name to the Service Dog Project, ensuring that more children like her could find the support she had found in George. No one knows exactly what the future holds for Bella. Morquio syndrome is unpredictable. Doctors will continue to monitor her health carefully. But one thing is certain, with George at her side, Bella has something she once thought was slipping away: independence. "He made me more independent than I ever thought I could be," she said. "He's always there to cheer me up. He's my best friend. And sometimes, the strongest support comes on 4 legs: